Alright, here we are. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Finally another RNG stream after, how many months now? It's been a while. And I was really missing them. Don't mind me, I'm just chilling in this hot tub with two ladies that are, let's say, a tad older than me. And yeah, tonight we're gonna RNG manipulate Sudowoodo. That Pokemon, I mean, I did want to stream that, but unfortunately the one on my childhood Emerald, that's a German one. Well, that one has been long since caught, but I do have this French copy, this French authentic copy of Emerald. And that's where we are going to try it. And I just seen the chat doesn't really work with this layout, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm still reading chat, so I hope all of you are doing great today. Van Minx, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? You're cold? I guess it wasn't really that cold lately. Also, I hope, I mean, my voice isn't 100% okay, but I think this will be enough. And Jana, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I think this is the first RNG manipulation hunt that you're gonna witness. And Ahmed, welcome back to the stream. How are all of you doing? So yeah, this is where you need to go. You need to beat the Elite Four in Emerald, and please note this is only in Emerald. You don't get this event or this static encounter in Ruby or Sapphire. And someone is calling, I don't care. I want to get that shiny Sudowoodo, and where you pretty much go is just follow where I am going. You see this? You need to go down there. And then there it is. If you click A, it's just gonna shake its booty. Pretty cool, but that's not gonna do anything. So you need to use the, that's a second requirement. Well, if you want to RNG manipulate it, the first thing you do, of course, you save in front of the static encounter. If you're using, as I am doing, and wait, hang on, let me change the music to the next playlist. This was more or less the intro playlist. But yeah, if you are just like me wanting to get a shiny Sudowoodo, then when you have Pokéfinder, you click on static or stationary, and then you select your profile. And of course we want a shiny, so you hit or you click */square. Sudowoodo, if I'm not mistaken, is a 50% male, 50% female odds, so you select that. Well, nature, we don't really care for that, and hidden power, we just want the shiny. And the delay for Sudowoodo, which you don't really find that much, but I can tell you with confidence it is 52. And then we hit generate, and as you can see, this is the first frame that I get. Rash nature, that's just the with the secret ID trainer ID combo that I have on this cartridge. I get that, which unfortunately it has pretty crappy IVs. I mean, HP 0, special defense not 0 but 3, that's not much better, and 6 speed. So we could go for the short one, or we could go to, for this frame. I'm just gonna ask you guys, which one would you like to see me do? The early frame that wouldn't last as long, but it has crappier IVs, and this one does last a while, but it has better IVs, well, marginally better. Wait, what is up with the music? Is it just me, or... hang on. No, it is just me. For a second was like, wait, where's the music? It's just so low key. And yeah, Jack Dorothy got arrested. I'm really bad with names, so who is that? My brain does not contain that much information about names like these. I don't know, just forget them. Doing great, thanks. Was just writing a lot of new characters. Oh, you're on fire, Ahmed. You just always do it. Make sure you're on the correct frame rate. Remember the Safari Shuckle shenanigans. Oh, frame rate? Well, the frame rate I will not change. You mean the right delay. And yeah, Shuckle is just that's Rock Smash RNG. That is just really freaking annoying. You keep advancing frames unnecessarily and then you need to do it over and over again. But this is actually a pretty easy hunt. As in for stationary ones. Alright, so I'm gonna open up a poll. Which frame? Early one, but weak. That one is weak. Well, I mean, do you really care about IVs that much? We have bottle caps. And the later one, better IVs, but we need to be a bit more, let's say, we need to wait longer between the resets. I think most of you were here when I was doing the RNG manipulation stream, so you know exactly what this is. He's the a-hole who crashed his very expensive luxury car and injured himself and his girlfriend in the process. Oh, the one filming himself getting into an accident with a supercar? That one? Oh, yikes. Well, that's good, because people like that should be arrested. I mean, that's just endangering people. The rich jerk kid who got around talking crap about other people and doing stupid things. He had a bodyguard, so no one can do anything about it. Oh, right, wasn't that the guy where the bodyguard got hit, or like, didn't he sustain worse wounds than the YouTuber himself? Also, is this better, or should I do it like that? Oh, not the frame, my bad. The size. I mean, with this, you kind of see more, I would say. That'd be good. Okay, so it's 50-50 now. Unfortunately, we can't do Schrödinger things here. So, which one? I don't even know. Let me just check. Obviously, the numbers and everything is going to be different for you. That really just depends on the train ID, secret ID combination. So the long one is 8 minutes. That's a long wait. Oof. I mean, the other one is 3 minutes. That's just like essentially just like my German Emerald one. My German Emerald tends to give me 15, like, a lot of adamant shiny frames around the target frame 15,000. Around that, yeah, I get a lot of shinies. And I mean, I've done so many live hunts with those essentially hundreds now. Which, that is surprising. How quick that went by. I don't know, time isn't a thing anymore. Does that even make sense? Alright, so it's 50-50. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take a quick break. And I'm gonna see when I come back if the poll is different, and I hope it is. And then we're gonna go and finally do another RNG manipulation hunt. I was really looking forward, so be right back. Never mind, my, looks like my husband was first with going to the bathroom, so I'm back. And it's still 50-50. I know, I mean, I would probably go for the earlier one. I just started. Yeah, I'm back again, But man, that guy is just crazy. Yeah, I think I'm just So again, delay is 52. Method 1 is what I usually go for. Sometimes the games spawns a frame. Now, how do I say that? Oh, never mind. Let's just go. Because I was waiting for this. Was missing this. Those were my first streams, and I ain't done with RNG manipulation streams. And yeah, so just clicking A here, like the other static encounters, won't do you anything. So what you need to do is go to your back and have the Whalmer can ready. So the 2 requirements to get this is to have the Whalmer, basically this, and you hover above it, and once, or not once the countdown goes down, but you click on use, and then you're gonna see a text box like this. And once you click A, and once you get this text box without a red triangle, it's just like so many others that I did on this channel, then you know you can just wait. And once Eontimer hits 0, that's where you hopefully click the right frame. And then hopefully we're gonna have a shiny tree. Jack Doherty, oh yeah, that one. But man, that is, I just googled him now on my phone. It's like, wow. I vaguely knew of this, but this is just... jeez. Funny story today, I had an idea for new characters who add to my overall timeline. They are mostly characters who are super strong, but have no intention to be good or bad. So very neutral, or like cosmic bystanders, or just very strong characters that are either neutral or... I don't know if you're familiar with the term blue and orange morality. That's like a TV trope. It's a trope where a creature or a person has such a, let's say, alien morality that you can't really say they're evil or good, and thus the blue and orange, because usually it's black and white, the 2 extremes, and blue and orange, that's something completely different. Funny story is I had homework and decided homework can wait till I did my fiction first. I did that too a lot as a kid. I'm just like you, Amit. I see random things and then my brain just writes stories automatically, and it's the most random things. Like, what was it again that inspired you last stream that happened to you? Was something very... like very ordinary, very everyday, and sometimes these things just make something, just, I don't know, jumpstart in your brain. What are the odds? No odds here. There, we are actually... oh, people want the later one, alright, so... well, after this one, if this is not a shiny, I'm gonna go for the late one. We do go by democracy in the Omni Village, but if this is a shiny, guys, I'm gonna get it. There we go, and that's what you do. And it is not a shiny, so I'm gonna now go for the late frame, which that is 8 minutes of wait, but hey, we are dedicated here. Alright, let's go. These 2 inputs need to be frame perfect. And with frame perfect, I mean they need to be correct at 1/60th of a second. But once you get used to that, it's actually not that much of a problem. So yeah, you do this. The tree isn't happy to get watered because it's not actually a tree. Who would have guessed that Sudowoodo, literally based on pseudo, something that acts like something but isn't, doesn't like water. But yeah, there are no odds here. And yeah, I mean the 50-50, either it is one, it isn't. Yeah, I know what you're referring, but yeah, essentially with RNG manipulation, we completely I mean, we are above, or really, we're not tapping into odds here. So what's happening is we circumvent odds and chance, and we use math. I mean, you don't have to use math, but there are ways to deduct your secret ID, which is a trainer ID the game assigns to you, but it doesn't show you. Usually when you want to see it, you use an action replay code. But there are other ways of calculating it. And that's the route I chose. And when you have programs like these, they know how the random number generator works, or should I say pseudo random number generator. I said that, or explained that, I think, in the Thursday stream. Don't remember, but remember when I was talking about that we don't have true randomness in computers? Well, essentially all the game states that are possible, the program can know. If it knows your secret ID and trainer ID, and then I just know if I want a shiny, I need to wait this amount of frames. And if I do that correctly, perfectly, then I get a shiny. So it's not odds, essentially. It's how skilled are you at pressing the button at a very precise time, essentially twice. Hey there, Forsaken. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Have you tried 10 lines yet? It's pretty good. No, I haven't. Too strong, so much having them on one side means it would be hard for the other to win, since I don't want to use the power of friendship to make the main character win. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's kind of, I mean, we grew up with that with anime and all, but it kind of gets boring after a while. Make them neutral. Yeah, I mean, I would say the best course of action then would be... I think the music is a bit low. To write them as a all-powerful bystander, or as a godlike figure that is a bit removed from the main characters and thus neutral because they have their own, essentially their own headspace and their own worries. I don't know what a god worries about, but I mean, it's your setting. Last time what inspired me was the musician named Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, yes, you just read the name and that somehow gave you a inspiration, wasn't it that? Because, yeah, sometimes the most random things can give you that. Yeah, this is skill-based, Forsaketh, that's true. No gambling here. See how it works? You literally just do the frame-perfect thing after X amount of time and it's guaranteed? Yep. If you go into my channel and you see all the older streams, you're gonna see I did this, this is what I started with streaming. Because almost no one was doing it on YouTube. And I just, figured it out, how that worked. And it just felt so amazing, getting so many shinies, hundreds of shinies, flawlessly, with no problem, essentially. And... yeah, there are not that many streamers like this. The RNG gods. I'm a Blissey and Papa Hefe, of course, but others not so much. And I thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stream it. And I think that, well, at least from the comments that I get, I sometimes get comments where they say, thank you, your stream actually, I used that as a guide to essentially, they did what I did and then they finally got it. And that's nice. I mean, I do want to bring more people into RNG manipulation. You got 97 out of 100 at your math test. Wow, that is amazing, Ahmed. Congrats. What was the math test about? Was it trigonometry? Was it, I don't know what level of math you get at your school? Because if there's one thing I really noticed is that depending on where you go to school, in what country, some countries have harder math, at least comparatively speaking, in high school, when you compare them to the same class, essentially, but a different country. Yeah, your hidden train ID or secret ID, SID. You need to figure that one out, or else it's not really gonna work. And yeah, sometimes you get unlucky and you have these long waiting times. I actually have one Like my French Ruby, that one has a waiting time of like 16 seconds for the first shiny frame. And the second one is, I think, a minute and something, or maybe 2 minutes, and then that gives me a very good IV square shiny. And the best thing, this is like done on retail. This is not an emulator or anything. This is all done on actual hardware. It's about logarithm. Ah yeah, the logarithm. Yeah, if you know your you probably then understand about the rules that you can use in equations with a logarithm, how to get rid of the logarithm, the normal one base 10, and oh god, I had that kind of math in French. No idea how you call it, but it's a logarithm that is not base 10, and they usually call it ln. And that one has, for that one to get rid of it on one side of an equation, you need a different, you need to do something different. No, some people consider RNG cheating. Yeah, it really isn't cheating. I mean, I've been in plenty of I'm a Blissey streams where people just were so freaking annoying and they kept spamming, it's cheating, it's cheating. I am not, and he is not. No one is using action replay here. I mean, the guides to mathematically arrive at your trainer ID and secret ID combo, that's all online. I used Smogon's guide, which was pretty text heavy, but still. There are some people who swear on other guides. But you can do that. The information is out there. Considered another shiny method. Yeah, exactly. Similar to chain fishing sandwiches. I think it's a shiny method of Gen 3. I mean, I'm using it for Generation 3 now because it is really... Well, except for Fire Red and Leaf Green. I still haven't gotten that one to work correctly. I really wonder what the hell I'm doing wrong, but for the Hoenn games, it's really easy to get in. You hated that stuff. I still think that not that many people are actually bad at math, and it's actually horribly taught. I think that's actually a problem. And the math wizard of our community, I asked him if he agreed, and he did. Human name. I don't know if he still agrees. And if I hit it correctly, then I'm gonna see a shiny, and nope, I'm not gonna see a shiny because there is none. And we try again. And because I knew the better but later frame is gonna be 8 minutes, that's why I started the stream earlier, because I knew that was gonna be a possibility and it's gonna take a while. But I definitely want to get that stupid tree to shine. Have some water. So bro, if you don't want to be around water, why are you standing here next to a river? Next to a waterfall, I mean. Stupid. Bro doesn't have high intelligence IVs, definitely not. What they probably mean by cheating is that it's not in the spirit of the game. Using the matrix to get what you want while many others don't. Guess it's... Yeah, okay. I mean, I do get what they're trying to convey. But I wouldn't call that cheating. It is not... Like, developers did not intend this to happen, of course. But developers also didn't really intend people to get 128 Master Balls by saying hi to Missing No. And yet that happened. Is that cheating? I would say yes. But here, I don't really... I mean, the RNG of Emerald is already broken. So the only really way I recommend shiny hunting on Emerald is through RNG manipulation. You need to try it on DS Lite, it's more accurate and easier for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Oh, okay, so you're saying I should try the RNG on red leaf green. Yeah, exactly, on fire red and leaf green on my DS Lite. Alright. But I don't have anything to record my DS Lite, that's the thing. I mean, I can try it to see if it works. Because I do have the secret ID. It's just a manner of getting that timing correctly. And it does work slightly different than the Hoenn games. Yeah, 10 lines I still haven't gotten around doing that. Anything normal shiny hunting is cheating from your time on this earth, which you won't get back once you're at the bed of despair, as the demons and angels counting thy sins and goods. You know, if you go to heaven, or no, just like in front of the gates, and they say, oh, what have you done? I didn't steal, I didn't cheat, oh yeah, I got every shiny Pokemon, do you really think they're gonna send you to hell? Nah, but on a more serious note, I mean, yeah, time spent is time you're never gonna get back, but as my grandma always said it, if you had fun and you didn't hurt anyone, then it was not wasted time, and I would say, yeah, I'm having fun. Now, of course, as a viewer, you choose if you want to see this or not. But I do like to say that shiny hunting with full odds, or just with odds, instead of this, is kind of like gambling. But you're not gambling money, you're just gambling time. Which, one way or the other, I'm gonna have to exist. To have time elapse, so might as well have fun while we march closer and closer to the death of the universe. One is cheating, the others are as well, end of story, but it would do the same, like not going to spend eternity to get the one shiny that I want and repeat that again hundreds of times. I mean, just like with standard, so to speak, shiny hunting, you need to be... I mean, you need to wait here, right? You need to have patience still. Especially when you're going for a late reset like this one. That's 8 minutes of waiting time. Sent me down at that point, like, why even be a boring place for all eternity? What was it again that Mark Twain said? Heaven for the weather or the climate, and hell for company? So yeah, I taught my brother how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And we played, and he did screw the rules, but we had fun. So the rules can go F themselves, because it's fun. Yeah, that's more important, that's true. Patience in this timeline? Are you out of your mind? Yes! I was since the start, pretty much. I mean, I haven't completely lost my mind. If I completely lost my mind, then I would speedrun Pokemon. Because that is just masochistic, let me tell you. That would be complete insanity. I mean, I like watching Worster, if you know him, that speedrunner, and he speedruns Pokemon games, which I'm just like, why? RNG hell? Heck, even with RNG manipulation, you can get RNG'd. If you want to see how that looks, so many Safari Zone streams where I try to get the shiny and then they just run away. To be fair, that doesn't hurt as much as a full art shiny in the Safari Zone running away. That would be horrible. With this one, at least you can try it again and you get them again eventually. I'm a shiny hunter maximized. I like to hunt with improved odds. I never get the itch to do full odds. I actually don't really want to do full odds unless I don't have any other choice, honestly. There are people out there who think that makes me a lesser hunter, but I really don't care. Full odds is really crazy, especially in the old games. Like, that's 1 in 8,000 and something. Of course, I'm gonna try and get, once I'm got around the 3DS capture card, I'm gonna definitely get the the shiny Celebi on Virtual Console Crystal. That is a planned hunt that's gonna be, unfortunately, soft reset until we get it. Full odds, and I mean old full odds. It's gonna maybe take a while. But yeah, that is definitely gonna be interesting. And that would be the only... Yeah, that would be the only way for me to have a legit shiny Celebi. At least in this given moment. Today I got inspired to write from something disgusting. Okay. What do you mean disgusting? What is your idea of that? Don't know how to explain. I will leave it as disgusting. Pure disgusting. As in emotionally disgusting. Ethically disgusting. Body fluids disgusting. I mean, now you piqued my interest, but yeah, now I need to know. I mean, you know how curious I am, right? Have you seen the coin case glitch of Gen 2? I have. I mean, I know how it works, I just never had done it myself, the coin case glitch. And that's just a crazy glitch. That's essentially, from the way I understand what it essentially is Ace. Or arbitrary code execution. With a coin case. And you can do the craziest stuff. But that is just... I mean, Ace, I've never done Ace before. I'm kind of scared to do arbitrary code execution on my actual cartridges. Even though I do know what I'm doing, but still. Right. And we get a shiny! And there we are! Shiny Simulabre. Now, what a name. Here we are. Well, I thought that was gonna take much longer, actually. But yeah, here we are. That is the shiny. Ah, it's female. Yeah, the other one would be male, but this one is female. Has hidden power dragon type, and that power is 63. Better IVs, much better IVs than the other one. Congrats, thanks. Well, I still need to catch it. What should we do after that? Should I really end the stream here? It's only been half an hour. Ooh, critical, nice. And because it's false swipe, that is not a problem. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna try and throw one of the luxury balls. I think it fits. One. Oh. And you're waking up. And you're throwing rocks on me because I'm a sinner or something. I don't know. Alright, that one is a bit more feisty. Premier Ball? Yeah, Premier Ball would also look good. Do I even have any on these? Oh, I don't have any Premier Balls on this file. I'm gonna try another luxury ball. Come on, stay in the ball. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have a shiny Sudowoodo in a luxury ball. That is amazing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you RNG manipulate a shiny Sudowoodo. And of course, we instantly save. Fantastic. Alright, the 8-minute one. I'm actually kind of surprised. Relaxed nature, relax in French. And doesn't have any moves that hurt itself, so that is also good. So it's not that hard to actually catch. And yeah, here we are. We have it now. But honestly, I mean, wouldn't it be a bit sad if we stopped the stream here? Maybe I can go for some... I don't know, it's up to you guys. Do you want to see some other Pokemon I could still RNG manipulate? saw the crab on the ground. It was on the street. I just kept staring at it while laughing like big Beavis and Buttheads. You really, like, that show did something. Alright, that is great. Here I have it. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Although I prefer the pre-evolution shiny. Very fast RNG that consider first try. Next target. Yeah, I mean, this is now like 30. No, what are we in? 40. OBS says 45 minutes. We could go for something else. Hang on, let me close the stationary window and then have the wild one. Or we could try... Okay, so... There's so much we could try, actually. Both stationary and wild. I still haven't gotten a shiny Smeargle from this cartridge. That would be doable too. So Smeargle. What else? We could try the Why Not. That one would take a while, but yeah, that I would be interested if I could do the 8-minute one. So yeah, Why Not, maybe. Smeargle. Because I do want to try some, like, the legendaries I haven't done on this one yet. I'm gonna do that on a separate stream. What else? We have Smeargle. The roaming Lati I have tried and I gotten that one. Because that was just a test to see if the process was different. Okay, it doesn't want me to... Huh? Can I not post a poll? No? Alright, I'm gonna do that. So, why not egg or Smeargle? Smeargle would be accessible now because the booty shaking tree, we just caught that one, so that's not gonna be an issue. That's the point of that. Sudowoodo pretty much, it blocks the access to this part. And then you go down and there's a cave here on the left that's called the Artisan Cave. We're gonna see why. It has Smeargles. And people want, at least for now, the Why Not egg. You vote for the egg? Alright, I wouldn't mind. Then I would have to fly back here. Alright, so for the egg, I'm having to close wild again and open stationary. Okay, for the egg, it's also method 1. Usually, that's not how you do it for eggs, but this is an exception. Why Not is also 50-50. And here, the delay that I wrote down is 147. And again, we have the really crappy HP one. I was going for this one, but the problem is, I'm gonna show you, that's like 13 minutes of wait time. That's a lot. So, I don't know. We can be crazy and do that, but that's gonna be a very chill stream of not that much happening on screen. So if you got your stories or characters or anything, now is a John I shouldn't be behind chat stream. But we don't have to go for the really, like, this one. We can go for the early one. I think I'm gonna do that. Alright, so yeah, generate 147 is the correct frame. And then what you're gonna do is you save in front of this lady. And I'm gonna reset. By what I do is, I mean, I'm playing this on the GameCube, right? But what I do is I hold Start, B, and A, and either X or Y at the same time, so that usually soft resets it. And then you press A, you spam A through the intro. This is good, essentially, this message that the internal battery has run dry. That actually does make RNGing easier. Well, except for Emerald, maybe that one is always broken. And here, you actually wait on this. You see the yes and no. Well, it's French, so it's oui ou non. But yeah, you say yes, and then you wait on this text box, not on the yes or no. After this text box, it takes the game 147 frames roughly to generate the why not egg. And that's why we put that delay in, so we hope that we get the egg on exactly this frame, because that would mean we would get this shiny. Rash Nature Star Shiny with this specific PID and these not so great IVs. But hey, if you want a good why not or a Wobbuffet with good IVs shiny from me, you know, the clones that I do. As for the one from Ruby, that one has 3 or 4 perfect IVs. And yeah, the shiny is also pretty fitting. The shiny Sudowoodo for with the leaves, with the autumn leaves and the coloring. And that one will now be available as a shiny for any of the donators and Patreons, so finally. And I didn't get the bad IV one, which, hey, that's nice. I wasn't there, by the way, make an exception for the egg. Well, you're gonna see more in the future again, because I'm not done with RNG manipulation streams. Actually, those, I think, are among my favorites. It's just really cool that I mean, I have hundreds, and yes, I mean hundreds of shinies now because of this. That's why I keep saying, hey, choose a shiny, and I clone it, because there's a cloning glitch in Emerald. Do you think they bring back Square and Star Shiny? I hope, because what's the point of introducing something just to, you know, ignore it again? I mean, there's not that much of a difference between is a shiny, right? But with Square Shiny, usually they don't, I mean, they don't exist in this game. Technically they do. All it means is that the checksum is not just below 8, but I think below 2. If it's below 8, then or equal, small or equal than 8, then it's a shiny. And if it's below even that, then it's a Square Shiny. So Square Shinies are rarer than Star Shinies. That's essentially the math behind them. But they just ditched it. I don't know. That is really stupid. But should you get one of my shinies and they are marked as square, if you find, like, if you put them on Sword and Shield, you're gonna see the square animation. I can attest to that. And now we hatch the egg. I did this already as a separate stream. New titles in Pokemon ZA. I love marks. Oh, do they not have the titles? Or the marks? Like marks that marks came from Scarlet and Violet, which I guess that's a neat addition. I don't think I caught a Pokemon with a mark. Titles is actually a bit sad that they just ditch it. I mean, a lot of the shinies that I give out are clones of shinies that I actually put through the 100 battle challenge on Pokemon XD. And as such, they have a title that is impossible to get otherwise. Hi there, Decepticon AI, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Yeah, I already got the, the Sudowoodo is already caught, that went pretty quick. I thought that was gonna take a bit longer, so I was asking chat now, what do we go for? I don't really want to end the stream here. And now we're trying for the why not. Because, why not? Ha! Shoot me. I'm back. YouTube suggests a funny Beavis and Butthead video. I had to watch it. Yeah, I get it. Can't resist it. Yeah, it's in Sword and Shield. Oh, the marks you mean? Or... is it? So then I don't think I've caught a Pokemon with a mark. Badumts. Yeah, because that's really funny, right? No titles like Pokemon Legends, maybe hidden like PLA. Also, alphas, I mean, they could just bring that to the other games too. Or maybe if someone has like bad eggs and Pokemon that have a bad checksum, why not just automatically make them shadow Pokemon? That would be really neat to see as a feature. For my fictional work, if you want to hear it, I'll be happy to share. I mean, yeah, this is an RNG stream, so that's definitely where I can look away the most. And watch chat like a hawk. But yeah, I didn't think I would get the Sudowoodo this early. Thought it would take me at least, like, considering we went for the late frame. Alright. Do we get anything? No. So, what you can do is you try to find out what frame you hit. But if you're lazy like me, what I do sometimes is just, I try again with no calibration. So let's see. Yeah, it should be 147 or around 145. It doesn't seem to change between the games because sometimes some delays are different in Emerald and in Ruby or Sapphire. So you need to take note of that, not that you keep using the wrong delay. Yeah, the Shuckle was really complicated to get because Rock Smash RNG. More annoying than fishing RNG. And egg RNG I still haven't figured out. I don't know what it is. I think the Pokéfinder tool isn't really good for that. I think I'm gonna need another tool. Which there is. I think it's from RNG.com or PokemonRNG.com. They also put out tutorials on how to do it. One of my new characters is called the Demonic Author, who is a character who basically wanders only when the fog of desperate death is happening, and he would write down how people will survive this event. Oh, so, okay, interesting. It's not really a Death Note kind of situation, it's a you will survive note. That's what I thought immediately. Okay, so he saves the people by writing it down, and that's his power. And he's called the demonic author. Demonic, I would have thought maybe would, like, you know, you'll survive but at a cost, or you're gonna get cursed, or anything like that. That's what it is, yeah, okay. I like that. Alright, 50 seconds, that's not too long. But hey, we got the Sudowoodo. And it's been a while since I streamed on Sunday. And I forgot who it was who kept asking how I look like. But I mean, if you're in my Discord, then now you know. I post some other, like, more recent pictures. Right, 5 seconds. There you can see I'm not a Latias. Right, got the egg. Maybe what would also be good, what I didn't do now, is to get a Pokemon with the ability Flame Body on your team, like pretty much immediately before you do that. And here's the let's just have the Sudowoodo with us, because why not? It's a beautiful shiny tree. That's gonna help us make the egg hatch much faster. Don't try doing that on Ruby and Sapphire. It doesn't work. That mechanic of a Pokemon with Flame Body making your eggs hatch faster, that got introduced in Emerald. So in this game, if you're playing Ruby or Sapphire, then that doesn't work, unfortunately. So keep that in mind. But luckily this is Emerald, so it doesn't have to take that long for the egg to hatch. And obviously you don't save the game when you have the egg and you don't know what, like, what's inside, if it's a shiny or not. If you save and you have if you've received the egg, then your game, like, your save file is locked onto that, and you're always gonna get that same Pokemon. So that's also why we save in front of the old lady who gives you the egg. And yeah, another one that I could hunt on this one would be the... Oh, that would be really interesting. The Johto starters. I did hunt for Chikorita back then. And now I have the GB operator. I know that would be cheating, Jano. If you said that's cheating, then I would be more inclined to say, okay, yes, you're right. But I do have a GB operator, and what I could do is save in front before I get these starters, and then like shiny RNG manipulate a starter, get the starter, trade that shiny to like my other copy of Emerald, and then I dump the save file from before I chose the Johto starter, and then I essentially get all the Johto starters. I think I'm gonna do that. That sounds like a great idea. That's actually what I plan to do on Leaf Green. I know that is kind of cheating because you're not supposed to get all the starters, but it's like that would be so interesting to see. And I don't think anyone has footage of that happening, so that would be interesting. But yeah, cloning them is also, I guess, cheating. I mean, I'm abusing a glitch. But hey, I do want, I think it's cool that viewers can get a clone of a shiny, especially when they were there for a very specific, very specific shiny. When they were there for that stream, and then they receive it. And it's gonna be interesting when I do the Q charm thing on Gen 4, then I'm gonna also get a lot of freaking shinies. And we try again. Hey Jay Harnwell, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I got a shiny Sudowoodo via RNG manipulation, and now I well, I mean, I could end the stream, but actually nah, I don't wanna. I wanna try get maybe another shiny as well. And yeah, that is the one that I got. Really nice, right? Is the grass starter your favorite, the new Mega from Meganium? Yeah, I'm out of those three. I like Chikorita the most, even though that's like the not really the most popular one. And yes, you can save, and the like the frames are still advancing while you're saving. That's actually okay. Yes, yes, yes. There we go, and now we wait. I am in oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not nice. Well, I hope you're gonna get a speedy recovery, that the pain's gonna be gone soon. Hope it's nothing too horrible. He must write with his blood and then burn the paper. Then the ashes of the paper flies into the sky. And then pierce through the gods of destiny's very wheel, changing the fate of that person. That is so freaking metal, holy crap. Okay, yeah, that is... yeah, I mean, I can tell that you like the Dark Souls games, because they have that kind of styling. Which, hey, that's cool. Others profit from it as well, you know, cheating. What cheating? Your game, your rules. Yeah, and I mean, this is like a game that's older than some of my viewers here, so honestly, who cares? It's not cheating if no one saw it. It's not cheating if others profit. Well, okay, that's not really correct, but I mean, we're not toppling governments here. We're not destroying lives or livelihoods. We're getting differently colored digital creatures. I think that's not really a sin. Jesus is not gonna say, nope, you cannot go into heaven, you RNG manipulated. Thank you, it's eating. Oh, it's your eating disorder. Parents don't know, but I only eat in evenings. Now they make me eat in morning and lunch, though. Feel really sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Just make sure. I mean, I understand that you don't want to tell your parents. Especially depending on what kind of parents you have. It really is better, unfortunately. I know a lot of parents don't like me saying that, but you know, abuse goes a long way. Well, I hope it's not too serious, but do think of maybe contacting a professional if it gets out of hand. Fortunately, she's not favorite, like the fire starter of the Johto line. I did use Chikorita as my starter for Pokemon ZA. I mean, she was my starter in Gold and Crystal. Back then I got Gold and my brother got Silver. And I do remember like not having the problem with... What's her name again? Whitney with the Miltank, because my starter was female. And thus the attract move kept missing. Oh, not missing, it kept, like, no, it couldn't work, because apparently Game Freak isn't LGBTQ plus friendly. I don't know, well, I'm just saying that tongue-in-cheek. And that was pretty funny, so I never really grew up thinking Whitney is unfair. I was like, huh, Whitney, really? Someone else gave me much more trouble. The steel one. What's her name again? And the ghost one. I think those ones are much more annoying fights. And you're welcome. There's a price for that demon helping you, which is losing a little bit of blood and a bone, which he uses to make his pens, and uses your blood to mix it with his blood in order to use more blood to change fate. Oh, so the fates are also interconnected genetically? As in, like, bloodline? Ooh, that would have, like, big ramifications. Jasmine, yeah, thank you. I thought Jasmine was harder. But then again, that is what happens when you have a female starter. And shout out goes to my cousins for having a like a magazine about Silver and Gold's release. And they had like hints. So you already started the game with like knowledge that others usually wouldn't have. Like they said, yeah, Pokemon will have genders, and if you soft reset for a female starter, you can breed it. And that's why I immediately did that. Like I knew I was gonna do that before I got the game. So shout out to my cousins for having shown me that magazine. I mean, these kinds of little magic moments don't happen anymore. Everything's on the internet now. But back then, when you looked up Pokemon on the internet, like, oh, there's the Poke Gods and this and that, and it's just urban legends. It was just full of fake things, and everyone believed it. Miltank ruined many children's Pokemon dream. She got me. Yeah, and also a lot of Nuzlockers, naturally. And it's still blue, so we're gonna try again. Actually, is it 145 or 7? I think I might actually be better with... Actually, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna go with 100 and... I just went through my notes again. I think 167 is a bit more accurate. Especially when I'm not calibrating. Which I might do in the end. So I'm gonna do that again. There we go. What do you call a girl with one leg shorter than the other? Eileen? Oh my god. Eileen! That is... kind of feel bad for laughing at this, but... it's not a bad joke though. That's definitely a very chill Pokemon playlist. You use your blood because it's connected to your soul, and without your blood the paper ashes will wander with no place to go. Ah, I see, that's how it works. Need your blood to know what your very soul wishes for. It's always blood in that vampire stories. But yeah, that's actually but demonic? I mean, yeah, he uses your blood and then your... I guess, do you owe him a favor later on too? Or is it just like all... Like, what are the negative ramifications essentially? Because... Okay, it takes a bit of blood and bone. I mean, you know, when you're pregnant, that happens anyway. So women are like, yeah, that's nothing new. Are there any others? Like, if someone from your bloodline gets cursed, it comes back to you? I think that would be a good like a negative weight to that. I don't know if you thought about that. Come on, you don't see me go around calling you a Latias? Ah, sorry. Sorry, Ahmed. Yeah, sorry. Ahmed is like human name. He's a human. Human. Just like me, you know, human. We have human hobbies and we listen to human music. And we do human things and we live in human settlements and, you know, human. Just nothing else, nothing weird to see, no? What should you do if it gets too cold? Stand in the corner, it's 90 degrees. Yeah, well, I know that meme or that joke, but unfortunately, the wrong degrees. Hey there, Shinigami Riko, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Actually got the Sudowoodo, so now we're hunting for something else. Because I don't feel like ending the stream. I hope you're doing good. I hope you had a good week. I made a Black D's capture card. You made a capture card? How do you make a capture card? I want to know. And here we go. Hopefully that was correct. And then I thought about that, so that's gonna be easier with the magenta in my party. I'm gonna cook that egg. And we're gonna see. If I'll get a pink one. With not so great IVs, but if you want good IVs, you RNG manipulate in Gen 5. That's where you get the most reliable RNG for IVs. It also works in Gen 3, but you need to do like a painting method. Which I don't have that prepared, and I've never actually gotten that to work on my end. And of course there's ACE, so arbitrary code execution, but I am not going to do ACE on my cartridges. If I'm gonna do ACE, I'm gonna do it on emulator. Cause arbitrary code execution is dangerous. It can, if you do something really wrong, it can break your game. Negative is that this demon would ask you a favor, which is that one day the demon will transform into a body of a poor animal who needs help. If you help poor animal, you pass, but if you're evil, you're gonna get sent to hell. That's actually fair. Wow, then I'm safe, I guess. I'm not gonna deny a cute little animal help. Showing again how Gen 5 is an underrated gen. Well, I'm gonna get to that. I'm really looking forward to Generation 5 Shiny Only Challenge. RNG manipulating. That's gonna be very fun. The demon will consume everything around you, and then he'll pull you into the pit of the abyss, where you will suffer for proving unworthy of being saved from the... okay, yeah. Oh, I like this. I really like this. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a light Yagami kind of character. He writes, but the names he writes are the ones that get saved, not killed. But, of course, he's gonna get angry if he saved you and you're not worth saving. Yeah, this is the route that I usually use to... Just like in Sword and Shield, essentially. Aren't we doing the same thing? Left, right, left, right. Oh, yeah, right. There was a football match, wasn't there? Because I heard someone scream outside, like a man going, "Wah!" And I was like, okay, that usually means that there's some kind of Champions League or another league, I don't know, is going on, usually. And it's not shiny. And yes, the French name is Okay, which is funny. Alright, let's see. We're gonna get this thing. Unless chat says, go for something else. The Jirachi thing I still also need to do, but that is completely different. I do have channel, and I do want to get a shiny on there, but that is like completely different. This week is the last UEFA. Oh, okay, qualifies for the World Cup. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Team Yell from Sword and Shield, probably. Medal? Bist du derjenige, der Deutsche, der immer hier kam und immer vom Rainer geredet hat? Weil die Usernamen sind jetzt ganz anders. Aber ja, willkommen zurück. We won 9-1. That is just complete and utter annihilation. Wow. 9-1. Who did they crush? Because, geez, that's brutal. That country is not gonna go, probably. (9-1), wow. To be fair, they are a... How many stars do they have again? The Portuguese team. All diese Leute müsste nicht sein. Ja, ich weiß. Ich habe mich so lange nicht mehr mit dem befasst. Ich weiß jetzt nicht mal, wo er dran ist. Aber die Memes, die gehen immer. To be fair, it was against Armenia. But funny enough, we played without Ronaldo because he got a red card from the previous game. Oh, now the pieces are coming together. Now I understand the like specific stuff that I saw. I saw like people, even like Yu-Gi-Oh edits of that guy from, is it Yami Yugi, like setting up a card and it was just red and then it was Ronaldo being sad. I was like, okay, did he get a red card? And yeah, here we are. So that was an obvious meme. No stars, never. Oh, never won. Oh, true. I always think that Portugal had at least 1 star. Because they are good. I mean, you don't really need to understand much about football to see that they're good players. Never won a World Cup. Best was the top 3, if I recall correctly. Yeah, they did win the Euro Cup. That is true. Nations League, no idea, but I do believe you. Hör auf, ne, an das Ende deiner Wörter anzuhängen, ne. Nee, das mache ich, ne, nicht, ne. Nah, actually, I don't talk like that in German. And hopefully that will be the little pink surprise. To be fair, with Ronaldo, it's better, no disrespect. Oh boy. I hope this is not gonna lead to a flame war in the chat. I don't know, how much of a fan of Ronaldo are you, Rico? Because doesn't he get worshipped by a lot of Portuguese people? Which I'm not gonna judge that for good or bad. I'm just an outsider, I'm not really into football or soccer for you Americans out there. Always needing to do things different. They don't say football, they have to say soccer. They don't use the meter, they use feet, which is why. But oh well. Red mal die ganze Zeit. Ach nee. Also dann würdest nur... Okay. Das jetzt Glück, es sind noch 2 andere hier im Chat, aber das sind Luxemburger Kollegen von mir, die würden das noch verstehen, Deutsch. Aber die ganzen anderen, die verstehen das nicht. Und dann ist das nochmals sehr spezifisch, weil das ist ja kein normales Deutsch, das ist ja dieses Ogersprechende da, was er da sagt. Und oh je, nee, danke. Not the biggest Ronaldo fan, is the amazing player, but I'm one of the biggest critics as well. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, if you're really a good fan, then if the person you're a fan of does something you don't approve, if you see that in a differentiated kind of man, I think that's a good thing. Shouldn't be a non-questioning fanboy or girl of anyone. Genre is like, what the hell? Ja, siehste, sogar wenn ich Deutsch rede. Basically, what that German dude, he had a different nickname before, but he always came in and he wanted me to do references about Drachenloch, if you know him. It's like a lol cow from Bavaria. It's very sad, actually. I mean, I try to laugh about it, but the whole situation is a crazy rabbit hole. Essentially, you could say that Drachenlord guy is the Christian from Europe. That wouldn't be too far-fetched, actually. But, like, don't go looking for it. It's just, oh my god. Crazy. Portugal with and without Ronaldo is not better, but different. Ronaldo is still the heart and soul of Portugal, but the team needs to work around him. In contrast, without Ronaldo, the team has more dynamic playstyle, because everyone can do their part without needing to cater to Ronaldo specifically. Oh, that's a thing that I heard from some Portuguese people. They told me that Ronaldo, just him being present, apparently that changes up the whole playstyle of their team. Aber diese ne. Alright, let's see. Shiny, please. That's a French game. Ah, shiny, s'il vous plaît. Non, ça c'est pas un shiny. Je veux un shiny maintenant. So many languages. Ah, yes. Being a polyglot, it's great. You can be stupid in many languages, not just one. It's amazing. Dynamic playstyle. So Ronaldo just is like not really like a black hole, but he does take a large chunk of that. The guy seems to have aura. Auf Deutsch ein Shiny. Shiny? Niemals kommender Shiny? Oh. Nee. Eine Nä für meine Nä. Okay, so the stream now has turned into a German stream. Even though the text in the game now is French. So that's where we're at. Der Name ist jetzt Orre L2L, oder ist das die Norm von 2? Wahrscheinlich nicht, ne? Das ist nur dieses Mathe-Brain von mir, was das wieder sieht. Wie war es noch vorhin? Probiere mich gerade dran zu erinnern. Right, someone told me that it's in the options that make it so that you see the handles, and apparently I can turn that off, but I haven't seen where. Always the same with those Germans. Dieser Chatbereich ist nun Eigentum der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. That's exactly what I thought. Oh man, how do I explain that to the non-German speakers here? Ah, salve Jonas Sales, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? And then add Italian to that. Diese Kommentarsektion. Yep. He just enters, he's like, well, why is everything German? Same brain cell. I see, you're a man of culture as well. That meme just happened. Is there any negative feedback on my first character? No, I like that idea. I mean, I can't really give you any negative or like constructive criticism as in what to change or what to do better, because it is somewhat of an idea in a vacuum. So, I mean, he is in your universe, but your universe that you wrote is vast. And I don't know how he relates to the story. So I would need to know that. And then I think I could give you proper criticism, because I hate giving criticism on something that's how would I say, the artist hasn't worked enough on their art in order for me to say, okay, you need to do this and stop doing that. Does that make sense? I'm way older than you. I'm half dead already. Oh, jeez. You're not half dead in your 30s. If you're supposed to be, then am I doing something wrong or am I doing something right? Alright, let's try and open up that egg. It's not a flex, you old rusty fossil. Oh, jeez. Ahmed. Mach mal den Stimmverzerrer aus. Nee, so eine Ogre-Diskothek habe ich hier nicht. Da hat er so ein ganzes... Ja gut, der hat ja sehr viele schräge und unnötige Einkäufe gemacht, aber der hatte ja so ein Sound-Mixboard. Oder was auch immer das war. Und das kostet doch bestimmt 200 € Minimum. Dann kauft er das, benutzt er das für ein paar Streams und dann wird's wieder in die Ecke geschmaßt, ne? I'm going to be tier listing Pokemon Diamond, Pearl and Platinum music. Well, welcome back to the stream, Sodium. I hope you're doing good. I got the shiny Sudowoodo, and that was like 45 minutes into the stream, and was like, okay, I don't really want to stop the stream now. I want to do something else in the meantime. I'm aging backwards. Oh god, am I gonna become a teenager again and then a baby? Oh god, that's scary. I don't want to be a teenager again, honestly. Nah. Having a midlife crisis at 35, dude, I'm half dead. Oh. Well, I think you're gonna make it to more than 70, so no, not really. Yeah, you had your sweet 16 this year. After DPP, I might go GSC or RSE. Okay, I'm gonna see if I'm agreeing or not. You're gonna post it in the chat or in the Discord. It's another one of those streams where I switch between languages. I mean, hey, I think that's... I haven't really seen that many streamers do that, so I was like, okay, maybe I should do it. I mean, Luxemburgers, not so delicious burgers are... They'd be up for that. On YouTube. Oh, you're making a full-on video. Oh, nice. It's not called midlife for nothing. Some say a generation might live to 140 with advances in medical field. Oh my god, and then the rich capitalists are gonna say you gotta work until you're 100 and I don't know. Oof. But I don't think 140, I don't know where you get that number from. From what I've read in studies, I think the maximum mapped lifespan that a human could have, due to the telomeric limit, so telomeres are essentially like how many times can your cells split, and once that telomeric limit is done, then you can't produce new cells anymore, and that would be essentially the limit, and that would be 125 years. So apparently 125 years is the mathematical maximum possible life a human being can have, if we go by telomeric length. I don't know if we ever get telomeric repair. Then 140 would definitely be around the corner. But man, like, people are already depressed as it is. Do you really think they want to live longer? I mean, I'm all for these kinds of advances. I'm really hoping that when I'm old, that no one has to die of cancer anymore, and that we're gonna solve a lot of illnesses and other ailments. I know we have somewhat reversed aging in mice, but that's mice. It's gonna be interesting to see though. Won't be using my main account for anything but music, but okay. But feel free to post a video link either here, I don't know when you're done with it, or yeah, whenever you're done. And you know why that is? Because we're not Americans. Yeah, we have a longer lifespan than US Americans. It's not really fair if you really think about it. Oh, a ranking, so not a tier list. Hey there, Brownie Monster. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Infinite Pokéverse. Finally got Legends at 8 and no longer feel sick. Plus I got a shiny Staryu. Nice! Congrats! That is a really good shiny. And shiny Pancham. Oh, nice! That one. Wow, that is super lucky. Congratulations on these 2 shinies. Especially the Staryu. That is just, mwah. Both the pre-evolution and the evolution. What if we find a way to restore the cells and, you know, rejuvenate? Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm saying really academic terms, but that's essentially telomeric repair is that. I'd be happy to live an easy 200 and 300 years just to see where the path leads. Yeah, that's one thing that I have as a problem with death, so to speak, is I just want to see where this all goes. I want to know what happens in the future. That's pretty much it. It's like a FOMO that I can't opt out of because, well, everyone has to bite the dust one day. Since it's gonna be pretty long, I'll divide it. No, it's up to you. A lot of people nowadays in the modern YouTube landscape, they like long videos. I mean, with all these... what are these video analysis and video essays that are 3 hours long, 4 hours even. Alright, 3 seconds. There we go. Let's see. Hope that's the correct one. But man, what would you do in 200, 300 years? I mean, I am definitely deep diving into this with the sci-fi world that I'm writing. And what I'm doing is, like, what would be the mental effects of longevity and especially immortality on a consciousness like ours, because we did not evolve to live that long. Will you be able to even keep all the memories? And with like how time elapses for you as a conscious being, time elapses logarithmically. There we go. What Ahmed had as his math test. And that's also the reason why, like, when you're 3 years old, like a little cute little toddler, 1 year is a third of your life. That seems like an eternity. But if you're like 80 years old, 1 year is nothing. And when you're 200 or through 2,000 years old, then will you even be able to, like, will you go insane? Will you accept it? Will we have mental diseases that we never saw before? So that's scientifically or just theoretically speaking, it's very interesting. And it's gonna be fun delving into that as a sci-fi writer. You prefer rankings over tier lists? Demon role is to save our main character from the cursed fog. And he appears for the first time in chapter 113. Bro already got 113 chapters in his head. Wow. For his fictional story. Early seasons to save the main character, and he would stalk them after that. Oh, okay. I guess that's where the demonic comes from. Since Gen 4 music is so good, I will probably group F, E, and D tier together. That's true. Gen 4 and Gen 3 music is just mwah, chef's kiss. Right, Italy is playing against Norway, but they have to beat Norway 9-0 to pass the 2-goal difference. Oh, well, my poor dad. He's gonna watch that, of course. He, as a Italiano vero, he needs to do that. Does anyone else think Shiny Staryu is cute? Yeah, it's like a silver star. It's really cute. Well, that's true. Might even do video analysis on my favorite and least favorite fictional characters. You're gonna... I mean, if you do it first, go ahead. But that's essentially something that I planned on doing too. At least, like, take the spirit of the top 10 game characters I want to punch in the face and just make it more like the worst fates in fiction, where it's a longer list, but it's not a top 10. It's just a, here are my least favorite fictional characters and here's why I hate them kind of analysis. We'd have to keep RNG manipulating. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. 200 years, yeah. Oh my god, imagine in the far future, like, my great granddaughter looks at my streams and she says cringe, or I guess the equivalent for that word in that year. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for that 2000 year shiny frame. Because anything else is just lame. That's what we're gonna get. And unfortunately, I will not be alive to see it. But man, is it funny to think about. Here's my opinion on Pokemon games ranked by OST. Alright, here we go. You better not rank RSE low, because then we're gonna have a problem. Only one way to find out, but forgetting things will be given, like a storage device, is only so much. Yeah, I mean, that is gonna... I mean, that already happens in your 20s, right? That you just forget some information because it's not really vital to you, or because you're studying something and your brain just uses its power for that instead. I mean, that happens pretty recent in your young adult life. And that's normal, but if you live like 2000 years... It's a good question. How much data, so to speak, can the human brain hold? Actually wrote a big part of my fiction books in my phone. On your phone too? I mean, I have most of it in my head and like on my computer as... Oh, it's not really well organized, I gotta say. I really need to write it down. Just sad that Mega Starmie loses its ability to swim. When Mega evolved, it wants an... Oh, a giant floaty! Okay, a water type that can swim. That's interesting, certainly. It's just Mega Starmie is so freaking weird. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's just... Wow. It's very strange. Most punchable Pokemon? I think you know the answer. As they say, in the grim darkness of the far future, there's only war. Right, you like Diamond, Platinum, Pearls OST the most. And then Black and White 2. Then Gold, Silver, Crystal. Oh, you think it's equal to Heart Gold, Silver, yeah. Okay, interesting choice. You put RC below XY. Hard to disagree, but then again, this is your ranking. And yeah, I know that you don't like Fire Red and Leaf Green's music. Have I forgotten anything? Let me check. No, not that I... Sword and Shield you put there. Nah, I think those are the main ones. Most punchable Pokemon is Ninjask. I don't care if it's 4 times resistance to fighting, I beat the crap out of it. Yeah, this guy does not like Ninjask, which... Yeah, I mean, it can definitely be very annoying, that's true. Right, let's hope that this will be a shiny why not. And yes, I checked again my notes, it is 167, not 147. 147 delay is for the Beldum. Which here I got that one, but I tried the what's it again? The like a really late frame, like this one, and that is like we're not gonna go and do this one on stream because that's like 23 minutes of waiting time. I essentially tried that off stream to see if I can do late frames. And I always did those like 23 minutes, okay, then I'm gonna do laundry or something else in the meantime. But that's a long wait. A very long wait. You know what? It's haunted, discarded, dead skin, twin sibling can get some of them too. Make sure to shadow punch them instead though, yeah, because that other normal punch is not gonna hit it. Are Legends and ZA, are they part of the main game line? I think they are considered spin-offs. Want to say curse you Konami for releasing a new awesome Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Legendary collection for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. Oh, is that the one that you posted on my Discord? So one of the best Konami released, so crazy good. Yeah, it's always they release something and then you're broke. Being a nerd is tough sometimes, I know. Yeah, Fire Punch both. That's gonna be super effective. I cursed them for releasing it when I'm broke. That's the spirit. Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Then I paid all my bills and I don't have that much. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna use my card for anything this month because, you know, it's gonna get strict a bit. And then you get ads for stuff that you want. And then they release, by coincidence, they released the most coveted stuff ever. And now there's like the Switch 2 and new Kirby Air Riders, which I have waited 2 decades. 20 freaking years I have waited. And I gotta disappoint my inner child because, sorry, adult Yana just can't afford that right now. You love the PLA soundtrack? Yeah, I mean, while I was playing it and streaming it, I didn't really heard a lot from it, but I did listen to it independently, and yes. They really nailed the atmosphere. But wait, I mean, Volbeat doesn't learn Fire Punch nor Shadow Punch? Oh well, then you gotta ask someone else to Shadow Punch or Fire Punch them. Can Volbeat learn Stealth Rock? I don't think so, right? Because Stealth Rock is gonna destroy the ghost. The ghost cicada. And Ninjask also is not really a big fan of these spiky rocks. It's gonna lose half of its health. You like the Mystery Dungeon OST the most? Make it use Aerial Ace instead, that'll never miss. Or maybe Ice Punch would be more effective on Ninjask. I mean, equally effective as Fire Punch, but with Ice Punch you might freeze them. With Fire Punch they might get burned. Not in a stupid situation where I can pick between 2 opinions. Use my $45 to buy it at the beginning of next month, if it's still available. Or buy Lies of P DLC plus Night Rain DLC. Is that also like around the same price? Because, man, I don't know which one you should pick. I really don't. Yeah, that music is really... Oh, that whole playlist. But yeah, this is a cozy stream. If it was a Pokemon, I'd have either a Rash or Hasty. hasty nature, according to the mystery dungeon tests. I guess hasty fits me better though. I mean, I don't know you that well personally, but I just read that for a microsecond was like, oh, you had a rash, and a rash means something else. But no, a rash nature. What did I become on the test? I became a Skitty, which that made the game really freaking hard. Skitty isn't really good. But hey, Pink Kitty, I was like, yeah, I like Pink Kitty. Night Rain is $15, Lies of P is $30. Huh. Legendary Collector's Box is S tier and it's for $45. I don't know, will it stay at 45 for the whole time, or is that a limited edition offer? Because that's what I when I'm trying to decide what I get. I think about these things. What if they made a cockroach Pokemon? You mean yeah, okay. No Pheromosa. Yeah, sure, why not? Another one. It's pretty funny that they make a cockroach and then it's like a supermodel who's like, ew, don't touch me, and it's like, wow, you're a cockroach, girl. You're the disgusting thing here, not me. Believe male Mudkip is rash in Explorers of Darkness. Could be. I also picked Mudkip as my companion. The first one, the GBA one. There's one of those that I didn't play. I don't know which one it was. Pussy Roach. Oh, anyone also have a name for the Sudowoodo shiny? And no, I don't want to name it Piss Tree. We're not doing the piss thing again. Please. If you do, let me know. I'm ripping the Hard Gold Battle Frontier while watching stream. Nice. What's your team? Oh boy, that's gonna be... I'm already seeing it. Like, I'm already seeing it in my future. Me screaming into the microphone. Because the Battle Frontier... And I think I'm gonna use my husband's Soul Silver game. Oh my god. We're gonna get rubber band, AI, RNG, horribleness. And we're gonna have Pokemon that always seem to hit with their one-hit KO moves. Oh my god. It's gonna be chaos. Not sure what my mind is saying. By the box it might never come back, and it's so good, like 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Infinite Impermanence, and 3 Effect Veiler Crossout. I mean, whatever those are, yeah. I mean, if the box really is limited edition, what is speaking against buying the box this month and buying the DLC next month? I don't know. Then you'd have both. Seriously, Shiny Pheromosa looks like she's actually wearing clothes. Yeah. Don't remember, but I really need to reset Blue Rescue because I got relaxed Psyduck. I'm not relaxed. Yeah, me. I mean, I can be relaxed, but that's... Well, I am a calm, like, nature, but I'm also eccentric. I think my anxiety wins more over my relaxation. No, I'm not naming it Shit Tree. Little Bobby. Okay, it's a girl though. Have a shiny Woodos back in Scarlet. Oh, nice. Using Mesprit, Lucario, and Entei, all shiny. Nice. Probably RNG manipulated. I mean, you do it too. Shiny Sudowoodo got that pistachio color. Yeah, I guess. Ew, Mewsprit. Yeah, you don't like those Pokemon. Mewsprit, I just said, huh? I just fused them. I don't remember why you don't like Mesprit, though. That's new. I mean, I know about the Lucario hate, but not the Mesprit one. Mesprit is actually my favorite out of the 3. Can you guess why? The worst Gen 4 Pokemon? Which one? Mesprit or Lucario? Not to be rude by asking this, but can you actually scream, like, capable of doing that? Oh, me? Scream? Yes. Yes, I can. I'm not gonna do that, though. I live in an apartment. I have neighbors that they just moved in below me. It's a Sunday evening. I don't really want to stream. No, I am streaming, but I don't want to scream in the stream. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, I can scream. My husband keeps saying when I'm sneezing and yawning and everything, that it's really, really loud. But I know, when I'm streaming, usually my voice is on the relaxed side, but no, I can't scream. Bowsprit, I know. You're thinking of buying the box? I mean, yeah, if that makes sense. If you get the money back next month, you can get the DLC. Messy Spirit. Think your nature would be quirky? Yeah, it's a good question. Quirky, calm, or... I wouldn't say timid. I mean, I'm not social and outgoing, but I'm not timid either. That's more autism than being timid, honestly. Mesprit made me waste my Master Ball in Omega Ruby because I thought it was gonna roam like in Diamond. Ah, okay. I get why Cresselia roams, but Mesprit... Yeah, that's true. It's weird that Mesprit roams and the other two don't. That also confused me as a kid. WTF, you have to be so proud of to roam around like that. I don't know, emotions going wild. You're not even the best of the three as elf clears. I like my Mesprit the most because pink. Not sure if the box would still be available. Call her Trevenant for the superior tree Pokemon. Oh, shiny Trevenant, that is, I mean... Okay, that is such an amazing shiny that just blows so many others into the water. Either rash, lonely, or hasty. I mean, quirky would definitely fit me, as Forsaketh would say. What else? Am I bold? Brave? I don't know. Calm, usually. Quiet, usually, but I can also be really loud. Docile would be fitting. I would say I'm docile. Like some random wild animals just come really close to me. Apparently I don't seem scary to them. I'm not even doing anything, that just keeps happening. Wouldn't say I'm rash. Mild and gentle, I would also say those fit. Hardy, jolly, am I a jolly person? Not really. I mean, jolly is a bit too extreme. I am sometimes bubbly, but that's not the same as jolly. Lax. Am I lax? I can be really sloth-like or lazy, yes, but lax. Impish? No, I'm not. Sassy? Not really. I mean, I can be sassy, but I'm not sassy all the time. Naughty? Nah. Modest? I mean, modest nature? Maybe. But other than that, I tend to not really be that modest. Naive, I would say no. But again, who would like to say, oh, I'm naive? Careful would actually also fit. Bashful... depends. Not adamant. Serious sometimes. Lonely, no. Timid, no. I like Azalf the most because blue for Zadzuri. Yeah, I guess that's a valid reason. It's also really good anti-lead, if not the best anti-lead in Gen 4. Where it just sets up spikes and then it explodes. Dazzle was really good at that because, yeah, for some reason they can explode. These fairies can explode, however that looks like, but yeah, they can. And Azelf has the highest attack stat out of the trio, I think. With one of them being rather balanced and the other one being more especially oriented. I've only really used Mesprit, not the other two. Azelf also get nasty plot, yeah, and extrasensory, that's true too. Yeah, Azelf is definitely, like, competitively speaking, the best out of the three. But when it comes to favorites, it's Mesprit. But I get it that you have a sour taste after that Master Ball incident. That is understandable. Come on, Shiny, why not? Feels weird streaming on Sunday again after such a long time. But it definitely feels good to be RNG manipulating again. But yeah, that free starter thing, that's gonna be very, very interesting. Since I have the GB operator, which, if you got some cash loose and you play a lot of Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance games, and you wanna save the save files onto your PC, get one. Clear recommendation, absolutely. The GB operator. You can also play your games on the PC using that. It's one of the best gifts that I have received. Come on, Shiny, why not? I see what you did there. Yeah, that would be nice. But we gotta be patient. Are you doing the blue rescue team test? Myself, I think I have mine still, the GBA cartridge. I had the red rescue team. Not that I picked it out, I just got it one day randomly. I think it was my brother's, and then he played through it and he didn't want to play it again. And then I just played through it. And well, witnessing the ending of that game without having to spoil, I get why my brother was crying. Nice Animal Crossing music. Perfect for a chilly stream. Oh, not chilly, chilling. No, not chilling. That implies cold. We're chilling, but we're not chilling, you know? You got Trico? I forgot, I saw pictures once where people claimed, oh look, I got a shiny in Mystery Dungeon, but are they even programmed? Yeah, I don't remember what personality Trico was. Man, Animal Crossing music is such a vibe. Did the test and I'm rash, brave or relaxed, and I got Mudkip or Torchic. If I got Skitty, what does that make me? Quiet, you forgot that one. Quiet is, I think, the nature of... Yeah, that's the 23-minute waiting time on this cartridge nature. But it has perfect attack IV, so I was like, oh, try. That fits you well. Hasty nature, skitty apparently. I'm not really... Am I hasty? I wouldn't say. Delcatty? Well, that's the evolution. The greatest of all time. Yes, that's a very good kitty cat. I just... Oh, man. What did Game Freak do to the kitty? Like, why does it need to be the weakest stone evolution? Why does it have a base stat total of, what was it again? I think we talked about this recently, like 400? That's not enough. Oh well, I mean, game personality tests aren't always that... Oh, although, hold on, no, I'm taking that back. As a kid, I was definitely more hasty. I don't think that's like a base personality trait of mine. I was like this to my environment back then. But I've since am not that hasty, so... Yeah, back then that would be accurate, but now not so much anymore. You don't like Trico? In general, or just in the Mystery Dungeon games? Needs a mega? Absolutely. Like, why doesn't Delcatty get a mega? I mean, that would be warranted, no? And, like, others, like Ariados and Lydian, or is it called Lydian in English? I don't think so, but that ladybug from Generation 2, they need some love too. They are essentially useless in competitive. His move pool stinks. Well, that's kind of true. But just in general, the Gen 3 starters, like, everyone is really good. Like, I don't dislike any one of those 3. They're also all solid evolutions. Like, it's designed, but using it, nah. Yeah, that's... It's also I think my least... Ooh, that's a good question. Do I like Torchic more or less? I mean, I was always the Mudkip kind of girl, but... That's a good question, actually. But you are right, Torchic is just doesn't really have that great of a move pool. Send down Discord if you guys want to try. Alright, let me, because I want to try it again. But yeah, back then, Hasty would have cut it closer, but nowadays, no. Luckily, I chilled down a lot. Oh, is it, what, like, was it German on your end as well? You got Meowth? You did the full quiz instead of just the 10 questions? I think the purpose of Vegas should be to make more Pokemon usable. Give them, Megas, not Vegas. I was like, wait, we're not talking about Fallout New Vegas here. Yeah, the Marwell treatment, exactly. And I still not have gotten a shiny, which is, fair. Alright, let's try again. Oh man, the test also has the background that changes. Very nostalgic. Yeah, Sodium should be inside the Discord though. An army of shiny Staryu and shiny Mega Starmie surround your apartment. What do you do? surrender and accept my new starfish overlords. Because what do you do? And they're even shiny. Maybe throw all of my Pokeballs that I got at them. Meowth and Totodile, better known as Val and Nomer, the best team. Okay, I'm taking the test as well. Hey there, Vera. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? What have I missed? Well, you missed I got the shiny Sudowoodo. I'm doing RNG manipulation again after such a long time. And I got that, and I didn't want to end the stream then, so... Yeah, I'm going for the why not egg. Because why not? I know. Doing that joke again. The more I look at you, the more you look like a pretty normal Meowth. Totodile is so peak. Right, I'm seeing some questions here in the personality test that I answered differently as a kid. So I'm gonna see, will I get skitty again or not? Surviving, currently making myself hot dogs because I had a craving. Honestly, I never had a good or tasty hot dog. Maybe I'm just too snobby of a European, but I always thought hot dog meat was really like the bottom of the barrel. But hey, if you have hot dog cravings, I hope your hot dogs are pretty good. And I hope Philip is doing as well. Or really doing good. Yeah, everyone changes with time. To be fair, when I think back, like, out of all of us, I think from what I like and dislike, I changed the least. I pretty much knew very early who it was supposed to be. And back more Beavis and Butthead brain rot called upon myself. I'm really that's gonna be interesting. Oh, he's out cold, he was working today. It's not really that cold where I live, at least not for autumn. That pun is the bonnet of... Oh my god. Yeah, I got it already, Venmings. For a long time now, like almost 2 hours. I got it. I'm just going for the why not now because I didn't want to end the stream that early. I mean, I did start it really early. Yeah, back then I didn't like karaoke, but now, having learned how to sing, it's like a completely different story. Oh, sorry, Venmings. But hey, as a VOD, and even now, you can still go back and experience how that went. Such an abomination, a dude who likes metal things who also watches Beavis and Butthead. My fictional story will be one No, Ahmed, come on. You can like stupid things too. Hey, my humor is like a large percentage of it is YouTube poop brain rot, okay? You're allowed to laugh about stupid things. That doesn't make you stupid per se. I know for me it was coldish, but for him it was warm all day. Can you trade me the pseudo in Gen 3? In Generation 3? That would work. Then I'd need to put the save file onto my computer, which I can. And then we would need to trade over the internet via emulator. Which, I mean, I'd be okay with that. If not, the standard way of me cloning it in Emerald and transferring it from Generation 3 up to the latest gen on my Switch. But yeah, it is a nice... well, I mean, the pre-evolution, I prefer that shiny. I had a female Totodile that I named Datota. I thought adding an extra T would dial it back a little. Totodile it back a little, you mean? Oh, we're getting raided by Galax! Apparently. Well, just a fiery hater, welcome to the stream. And we don't have a shiny why not, so we try again. Getting raided again. Galax is based. Yeah, Galax raid. Welcome back, Sakura loves Esper. That nickname that got stuck in my neurons. And you too, HJ Wood 8817. Thanks to all the raiders and welcome. I hope all of you are doing well. Actually, the Sudowoodo that was done in the beginning of the stream, I already got that one, so now I'm just randomly RNG manipulating something else. But how are you doing on this wonderful day? Sylveon's #1 fan, welcome to the stream. Poor guy lost his voice. Me? Well, I'm not a guy. And, well, I did lose my voice a bit, yeah. I had another cold. If that's what you're meaning. Or Galax. Why not get 3? I'm gonna do that with the starters, with the Johto starters in this Emerald. I'm gonna get all 3 shinies. Oh, Galax lost his voice. Oh man, so I wasn't even the only one. Poor Galax. You dingus, I was talking about Galax, sorry! I hope he'll recover from that soon. I mean, I had to cancel the stream on Friday because I just could not stop sneezing. And my voice was also pretty much gone. Hey, Yitriolo, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hey there, Galax. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. And yes, I did get the shiny Sudowoodo pretty quickly, actually. I thought that was gonna take me longer. But I got it, and now I'm just going for the why not egg. I have not played ZA yet because I don't have it. But if I do have it, of course I'm gonna stream it. Can't stick around, unfortunately, but I hope you're doing well. Yeah, hey, I mean, I already appreciate the raid. That is just amazing in and of itself. And I hope your cold becomes better. Was kind of in like a similar situation on Friday. I just was sneezing constantly. My skin is kind of still chaffed around my nose because of that. I just kept... My nose was just... ugh. And I had no voice, so I was like, oh god, how can I stream? W fake tree, yes. Oddingus. It's kind of funny because usually people don't call me Dingers. I don't take it personally though. It's like, yeah. It was, of course they weren't talking about me. But my brain was like, wait, maybe my voice is still not 100% back. And let's hope that was the correct frame that I hit. And then let's hatch this beauty. Oh wow, Yeet YOLO actually became a member. Holy crap. Thank you so much, Yeet YOLO. Everyone, a big W for Yeet YOLO 7764. He just became a geostationary member. So that is amazing. Thank you so much for the membership. And I'm gonna briefly explain what that entails. If you become a member, or if you just donate, for every buck that you donate, you can request me, like I have a shiny list of shinies that I RNG manipulated. And due to the cloning glitch in Emerald, I cloned them. I transferred them over to my Switch in a completely legal manner. And then you can request the shinies. I'm gonna trade them over. And then, yeah, that shiny list is very big. And it's growing because it just got a new, like a shiny Sudowoodo. And you can also watch my, well, if I release a video, members and patrons get to see it first. And it's gonna be uncensored. And, that means every swear word, even if it's a sensitive topic, then I just don't monetize it because YouTube doesn't like certain things, and still, as a member, you get to see that. So, again, thank you so much. This is this is amazing. This is going really smoothly. Wow. You are hasty. You knew it. Well, Dingus is here. Oh yeah. You know, I'm stupid in multiple languages. Can you beat that? Got Shinx and Pikachu. Oh, that's the other one. You're not a dingus. You're not eat. Oh, you're an idiot. I don't know. Where does dingus and idiot, where do they rank? Which one is worse? Hasty fits pre-prankster Volbeat somewhat well. Yeah, that's true, because it takes usage of speed stat well. I didn't even finish my test yet, because the raid and Yeet YOLO becoming a member just was... that took up my brain power now. Welcome to Stream School. Here's your rewards for spending money on a 30-day trial of one channel. Yeah, I mean, if you think it's not worth it, then cancel it. I know as a streamer, saying that goes against my interest, but I mean, it is true. But yeah, I'm working on another video. The top 1,000 Pokemon video, I need to put that one on hold because next year we're gonna get another generation, and then I need to change it too much. And let me tell you, that's gonna be a 19-hour video. At the very least. Ah, there we go! Shiny! Shiny! Okay, okay! Got it! Nice! Fantastic. So yeah, that is the actual delay is 167, not 147. So don't be a doofus and don't use the wrong delay, but here it is. Fufu, that's rash in French. Even though I would not translate that to fufu, but oh well. I hate that human name. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? RNGesus has blessed me, as you can see here. And I also got the Sudowoodo, so should we go for something else? What do we have? 2213. I could go for something else. I mean, you tell me. It's Sunday, Sunday evening. This is the shiny Sudowoodo that I initially did the stream for, and I got it in the first, what was it, 45 minutes. I'm a member to Galax, that's against every moral I have. Yeah, you're one of Galax's most loyal viewers even, I would say. The customers feel as if they aren't getting enough from their memberships, they're asking for a refund. I mean, I couldn't put that on YouTube, but I don't have a follower of that, like, magnitude, so to speak. But if I do get, like, a €50 member, I will do stuff like go through flea markets and buy them a weed that I find or something else, because I mean, if you give that much money monthly, you deserve that. Shiny deflated pink deflated balloon. Yeah, blessings work, definitely. What should we go for now? I don't know. I could go for the Smeagol. Or we could call it a night. What do you mean, chat? What do you think? Not what you mean, that is not correct. His name is Val. He's a regular Volbeat with the moves U-turn, Zen Headbutt, Double Edge, and Ice Punch. Funny, Zen Headbutt, yeah, hasty. It prefers using physical attacks, unlike most Tail Glow using Volbeat. Its nature is hasty. Mirror Imitator. Well, a mirror already kind of imitates. But is he imitating a mirror? Oh, Chikorita, I would go for that, but you need to have the complete Hoendex here. And I don't have it yet. I need to prepare that, unfortunately, so that will be another stream. Yeah, you need to have the full Hoendex, so this is the national dex one now. But I need to have that one full, and then I'll be able to get the Johto starters. Oh, you spend a whole day programming? Oh, the same language you talked about yesterday, not yesterday, in the other stream, the other day. I'm sad you can't interact with your Pokemon in Zelda. Yeah, I mean, $1 billion company, everyone. It's like a quiet Pokemon using Boom Burst. It is. Yeah, he got a really good number on his, or really good a good score on his math test. It was nice to program. Good. Yeah, there's a lot that I'm still... I would have to trade them over, but... Yeah, unfortunately, no Johto starters yet. And also the Mew and the Deoxys, I wanted to do that on like a one stream on its own. So, should we call it a day? Should we do something else? What do you have? 2 hours? That's usually what I stream for. 2 hours and a half. Still need to finish the personality test. Have it here on my... Still open on my phone. I mean, the Beldum here I already did that. The roaming Latios I did for the Southern Island. I still need to do the transfer thing. This is the Beldum that I hit. That was the 23 minutes wait time with perfect attack IV. So I did that one off stream. Yeah, Shiny Mew Hunt, I would need to inject the event, and I still haven't done that yet on this one. And I wanted to do the Mew and Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Deoxys in one long stream, if that makes sense, for this one. His friends are a Sableye and a Sneasel, based on my other friend's favorite Pokemon. Oh, that's cute. I gotta pick up a pen and practice math again, so that you don't exceed me. Exceed you in math, human name? But yeah, there's gonna be another Shiny Mew Hunt, absolutely. But I wanted to do that like in one stream for itself. Which personality test? The one from Mystery Dungeon. Quirky Meowth is literally me. Oh, I'm at the question where they say a friend cooks for you and it's horrible. Sometimes these answers aren't really good. Or you don't really want to say, like, give that answer. Oh, hey there, Alex. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I'm actually thinking of closing the stream now. I mean, I got what I wanted. This is the prize of today. And wow, I got Pokeros already. Nice. And then I did this one. So yeah, a pretty good stream again. Finally some RNG manipulation again. I hope you're doing good, Alex. You got Pikachu and Charmander with Brave Nature. World full of alpha Pokemon with rainbow eyes. Gay alpha Pokemon. Shiny Snorunt, Glalie Gang. Oh, shiny Snorunt actually? Let me see, because that depends on the tide, and because this is a game where the internal battery has run dry, I might not be able to access it. Let me see, that was Shoal Cave, Ice Room. Oh, synchronize, not Rash then, I guess. No? Oh, I don't get any. No Snorons? Really? Oh, that sucks. On my other, like my Sapphire and those, I get, well, they have better nature as well, and better IVs. So many shinies. This is what happens when you RNG manipulate. This happens. You don't know where to put your thousands of shinies. Is the sound gone? Are you joshing me? Have to be lucky next time. Well, I hope next time that I'm going to get the pink shiny. That one should be. Sorry, no Snorunt. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. But I will definitely finish that personality test. I have shiny Absol. I mean, or do you want me to get another one here? Because I could do that too. Absol is on route, what was it again, 120? Absol. Okay, I don't get one with without, but I do get one with a Rash synchronizer. Or that would be 261, or no, 262. Oh, only one? Well, that's not a lot. But I have multiple shiny Absol. Team Sodium consists of a Meowth and a Totodile. Also known as the Pokemon I ended up as, and my favorite Gen 1, 2, 3 starter. Ah, that's your favorite from these generations. Oh wow, that's a lot of questions. I mean, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure. Okay, so the stupid program is glitched again. I mean, on the stream it is. I mean, I see it just fine. But that's really annoying when that happens. Alright, so let's go for a shiny Absol. Then I need my Rash synchronizer, which is this one. And then you I don't need anymore. You like Totodile that much. Usually people like the Gen 3 starters more than the Gen 2 starters. Usually, not always. Totodile, what a great Pokemon. Big on Pokemon that are pretty different from the usual tropes. So you like Chiyu too? Alright, so you're gonna save here. Oh wait, I need a sweet center. What the hell am I doing? This is not enough. I need a sweet center. No, I'm just gonna pull a Taylor Swift and gonna fly there. There we go. Every starter from Gen 1 and 2 has a higher special attack stat, except the Totodile line. Oh, right, that's true. Yeah, and back then, before the special physical split, back then it was tied to the type, so Totodile line couldn't really use anything with that water type. Okay. I'm gonna save here. Disregard the... oh well, at least you're gonna see the beautiful background. So... I'm such an idiot! What the hell am I doing? I still haven't got... I'm getting distracted again. I haven't gotten the sweet center. What the hell? Okay, let's go back again. Oh my god. Fantastic. Oh well, that doesn't really... I mean, that's not a problem. Okay, sweet center. You are where? Magenta. There you are. Misty Bull. French name. Interesting name. Jojo, my shiny Pangoro. Oh, you called him Jojo. Gen 4 cursed Sceptile, but I don't care. It's blessed for... Yeah. When the split came, suddenly Feraligatr became much more useful. Okay, I'm gonna maybe have that lady not in your screen, because sometimes when NPCs turn around like that, they can advance frames, and you don't want that. Brain done a goof. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't braining. Sometimes I'm not braining. And we're gonna try and brain now. Right, so 261 was 62. Because we are using sweet scent outside. Actually, it should be 161. Wow, I'm not braining, but oh well, we can still get this. Or we get another shiny, who knows. Gen 4 cursed so many people. Well, Pokemon. Some were good before and then they became bad with the split. No, nothing wrong with Jojo. I think it's cute. We don't need sweet scent. We're going full odds on an emerald, like an emerald cartridge. Not really possible. But yeah, the thing is, you're always gonna get specific Pokemon at specific frames. That's always gonna happen. So if I miss the Absol frame, I'm gonna probably get another shiny with the Rash Synchronizer. Let's see what we're gonna get. And I didn't read the mirror thing. Hang on. Mirror Imitator is a character who has the power to transform from mirror to another. Oh. Okay. He would hunt you down by coming out of a mirror to hunt you. He's a glass-like skinny hunting figure, with sharp-blooded fingers suggesting that his past victims... Oh, okay. That's like an SCP or even Backrooms entity, somewhat. Yeah, I did miss some message. Yeah, but I do wanna read about the mirror imitator, though. Sounds like a nightmare that I had as a kid with some monster who was only able to move on or exist on reflected surfaces. That almost even sounds like a movie plot if I really think about it. Okay, if OBS is gonna be this weird, then I guess I'm gonna be making that one larger. Yeah, sometimes it did that, it's annoying, but oh well. And then Eontimer, oh, we're gonna keep you there. There we go. At least it's a bit bigger. Again, I apologize for that glitch, but the only thing that fixes it is quitting the stream and then going in again, and not a fan of that, honestly. I mean, we're deep in now. Okay, let's see. Still gonna generate and use this frame instead. Oops, no, not this. Okay, what I'm gonna get? Nothing. Okay. Not even a shiny, so we're gonna try again. For the shiny Absol. He copies your look and everything, and he would copy your nightmares and fears, bring them to the real. Oh god, that is terrifying. And he comes out of mirrors and he has the power to manipulate the fabric of the world? That's nightmare material. That isn't... Yeah, well, now we're talking about some Lovecraftian horror. Very cool idea, though. That really is one-to-one, almost like that nightmare that I had that I described. Actually. Well, not one-to-one, but very close. Yeah, and he copies your look. I mean, only like the nightmares. Maybe that's a bit too OP. But yeah, copying your look. That implies that once he has your physical form, that he'll be able to get a hold of your spiritual, or I guess your psychological form too. And then he has full access to your memories. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. We're talking about Mr. Metal H.P. Lovecraft's biggest fan, after all. Yeah, true. Solution: break every last mirror around you and be happy if you're ugly, as they will crack at the sight of you. Or be a vampire, because vampires don't have a, apparently they don't have a reflection in the mirror. Alright, 1 minute remaining. Let's see if this will yield us the shiny Absol. Anything else that you want to see? But yeah, the Johto starters and those legendaries, I want to put them in a separate stream. That's gonna also be interesting. Tried to test myself, I got quiet. Oh, did they have a question about poisoning someone using tea? What do you think, Dahlia, huh? Alright, see? You vampires are emo. No offense to any non-emo vampires in the stream. Well, you offended the vampires in my stream, and you offended the emos in my stream. Emo kid isn't here now. But if he was... Yeah, I know, you ran it in character, which is funny though. And I still haven't finished mine. Oh no, I think I misclicked with one. I hope that's not gonna change it too much. Also, mirror imitator only appears if you stare into your reflection for over 10 minutes without thinking. Just pure dead looks into the mirror in that 10 minutes. Mirror imitator reads through your fears and desires. Okay, so I'm safe because, yeah, I'm not staring my reflection into the eyes for 10 minutes. And while not thinking anything, yeah, then I'm safe. My brain just does not shut up. Almost never. What are you gonna do to little old brownie me? What? Nothing. We're good. The emo isn't here, and the vampire is not offended, I think. I hope the vampire isn't offended. Not gonna say who the vampire is, because then they're gonna accuse me of being a Latias, and then that whole shebang starts over again, and we don't want that. My medicine tastes kind of weird. But he survived, right? Phoenix. She tried it with him. What was it again? He didn't even drink the tea, was it? What do you mean, accuse you of being a Latia? Yeah, I know, right? What a crazy idea. No, we're not making wrongful accusations here. Absolutely not. Alright, I did the test now, although I did misclick a couple of times. I think I'm gonna do it again. But what am I? What? Rebellious and... Huh? And naughty? Me? Okay, I got Totodile and Riolu, which I don't agree with, but I think I'm gonna do the test another time. Or maybe I changed. I mean, back then I got skitty and now not anymore. But me and rebellious and stuff? No. Well, against the system, sure, but that's just politics. But other than that, I'm actually pretty, I don't know, not naughty. Yeah, that doesn't fit me. That doesn't really, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I did misclick a couple of times. Which, again, I'm sorry for not braining. But even non-braining gave me these shinies, so maybe it's not that not braining. That much of non-braining. Oh god, what are we talking about? Can't fight the world's most accurate personality test. Well, that's it. I'm a naughty Riolu now. The test said it. And my opinion is not, like, it's just puny compared to this test. So I'm a naughty rebel now. Not the pink little cute kitty anymore. Apparently I got tainted by the world. That Animal Crossing music definitely makes me tired. I mean, in a good way. You know, there's a good tired and a bad tired. But yeah, I definitely do want to get that Absol. Oh, and yeah, the Switch Animal Crossing game now has yet another update. They added a lot of features now, but I'm like, wow, I haven't touched it since 2023 or something. Tainted meat. Meat. Uh-huh. I mean, with the question what you gonna eat at the fancy restaurant, that answer did not change. Back then I clicked the steak, and now I also click the steak because that's usually, I mean, I've been to a couple of fancy restaurants, and especially these these French ones, and when the steak is usually top notch, like butter, and not the shoe that you usually get in other restaurants where you need to really put work into your arms in order to cut it. Another character I made is called Death Desire. It's a dark angel who would guide the weak souls who wish death upon themselves to a safe and painless death, where they can be forgotten safely with no one to mourn. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Like an angel of death, but unlike in Dante's Inferno, where when you commit self-deletion you go to hell, which, I mean, that is wrong. But anyway, that one just gives you a peaceful ending, and you get oblivion, and you get forgotten for all of those souls who hate themselves. Tragic, but interesting plot point. Jojo will be part of my team, or at least for a little bit. He's my 4th set A shiny. Well, there's the Absol, but that is not a shiny Absol, so we try again. That's the museum theme. I think this is the part, that place when you're in the fish part? The aquarium? No? Again, I haven't touched the Animal Crossing 4 Switch in a couple of years, sorry about that. Which I played it like crazy when it came out, because it just came out at the perfect time when COVID hit. And then I played it way too much, like 10 hours a day, if not more. Which wasn't healthy. And now I don't play it at all. Why did you laugh when you heard Death Desire? Because it's such an Amit name. Yeah, because it's metal, exact. Not because it's ridiculous or bad or something. I don't laugh at people usually. Except if you're like MAGA or anything like that, but I mean, that's self-explanatory. But yeah, that's why I laughed. Because Death Desire. That is a metal name, and, well, a very fitting name considering what the character does. But it's sad too, in a tragic way, as in I can understand from like a self-hatred standpoint, but I can also empathize with like being a mom and then like having a loved one or I guess a kid who goes through that, and you not wanting them to be forgotten, essentially. I mean, I'm not a mom, right? But do you need to be a mom in order to empathize with them? Because I also empathize with the struggles that gay people go through, and I'm not gay. Death Desire is a character who appears to the main character, who is depressed after his best friend died, and he wishes to be free from those thoughts, and the angel would appear suggesting to the main character that ending. It is an interesting thought though, concept-wise. Definitely would see like character drama between someone wanting that ending and a loved one desperately pleading for them to not, like, to reconsider. That would make for some powerful social drama. I mean, you watched Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, so I do trust you to know, at least you picked it up, you must have picked it up at least by pieces, what they're doing with the with the social drama, how they write it, what the character dynamics are, because they're doing it really good. Even me as an autistic brain, I understood what the characters wanted. But to be fair, in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, especially Better Call Saul, the actors just emote so much that it's easier for me to read the faces. Heard you're supposed to give Pokemon leftovers so they can heal themselves. Didn't have much, so I gave Jojo half of my cheeseburger. Somehow he's still eating it. Did watch Breaking Bad, and yes. Oh, okay, yeah. Because that one, Breaking Bad, and I would say Better Call Saul even more, because you got the dynamic between also Jimmy and his brother, and then you got the dynamic with Howard and the brothers, and then there's Kim, and then there's others where he has, well, I mean, there's so much, there are so many dynamics between characters and how they're writing it. You can pick up so much good writing just by watching these shows if you're attentive enough. And if your brain knows how to synthesize, which I think your brain does, Amit. And then that's actually really good for wanting to write fiction yourself. If you consume very competently written fiction, absolutely. Man, I still remember when, well, we're not friends anymore, but when that ex-friend said, oh, Breaking Bad is written so horribly, I was literally flabbergasted, and you know when your mouth opens and you're like, speechless? Like, huh? I was literally like, wait, Breaking Bad is badly written? And I just want him to explain himself, but essentially what it came down to was he didn't like how the show made an example of ego destroys everything around you, and it's like, yeah, but that's true. So, what no media literacy does to an MF, I guess. The deaf desire would be so close to take the main character's soul. Then he would go to the pit of forgotten souls, and there he would lie down on the angel body as the angel hugs him slowly, singing a lullaby. Oh, I mean, I don't know if that was your intention, or if you ever watched that movie, but that just instantly reminded me of the, what was it again? Inside Out? Where that girl falls into a realm, like some, like, forgotten parts of the brain, or if they stay there, they're gonna be forgotten. And like a childhood character she made up lands there and he gets forgotten. It kind of, that reminded me of that. Puts him to sleep, the roots grow over the main character, slowly consuming him. Ooh. And then something happens last second. I would say last minute, but this is more like a last second kind of thing. And no. I'd say I'll keep the stream for 3 hours is a good rounding thing. Or the opposite situation where people are so amazed by the story and the writing generally, but it is just utter garbage. Oh yeah, when they say, oh, you gotta watch X is so amazing, and then you watch it and you're like, are you serious? This is just slop. Yeah, it happened too. But then again, sometimes I can excuse stuff because some people like the style of that show so much that they kind of ignore the story and they just, it's like a guilty pleasure as they call it, which I can understand. I don't think anything I love and consume is necessarily good of a, like, speaking of a quality perspective. But like, yeah, true, that is still, like, how do you even answer there? Because you can't say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, even when you're right, because that comes across as such a snob move. You didn't watch Inside Out? Oh, wow, so, I'm just saying, I thought that might be, maybe you got inspired by that. And no, that is not stealing. Stealing ideas is such a, I mean, it's more of the, like, what kind of ideas get connected or combined. But everyone has good ideas. I need to keep saying that because it's execution that's, in the end, that's what breaks or makes it. Just saying. Final Fantasy. Oh, that one. Just some expansions. Though people, are you blind? I never played that game, so I wouldn't know if Final Fantasy 14 is good or not. But I have that with the, like, people saying the modern Pokemon games, oh, they're pretty good, you know, they're high quality. I'm like, not really. I mean, I still play them, right? But it feels wrong saying they're good quality. I don't know. It's not really true. For the main characters fully consumed, his love, Maria, would cut down the roots and she would hug her loved one and the angel would appear and say, this man picked his fate, why would you interfere with the fate of this mortal? Okay, so the angel isn't happy. I thought that maybe the angel was like, okay, then maybe not. I don't know, some creatures like that can be very aloof. Shriva and I can tell you a lot about it. Oh yeah, next time we meet we're gonna talk about it, sure. Enlighten me about the Final Fantasy 14 thing. But yeah, it is true. It's like you can't even, it's kind of like almost stepping on a mine conversationally speaking, because you can't, then you disagree on something that's like art, and usually those conversations don't go well. I mean, I try not to be judgmental, but like saying Breaking Bad is badly written, I'm sorry, but no. If you know your stuff about writing characters and everything, then you would know that it's not bad. Right, we passed the 3-hour mark, but you know, I think I'm gonna keep streaming. Very quiet stream too. There's an Inside Out 2 that's out. Hahaha, but I haven't watched that one. Also the Elements or Elemental, whatever it's called, that Pixar movie, I haven't watched that one either. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't be like, if you are a aspiring writer, I mean, people don't like it when I say it, but it is true. If you want to write, you need to read, or, well, write as in, if you're writing a novel, you need to read a lot of novels. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Just as a car mechanic should definitely know how to drive a car, that is definitely something you want to have in your brain before you start doing that. And if you just want to write fiction, not as a novel, but just like create it, be it a comic or something else, you need to consume said media. You definitely need to see what have others done. And you can even learn from others, like other authors' mistakes. But I personally prefer learning from very talented authors like Ursula Le Guin, or like in this case Vince Gilligan. And then you see what are they really doing correctly, and then you actually there's a lot of very good analysis videos on YouTube now where people are picking it apart. And there's like I even say university level analysis of that, like, can be found on YouTube, like really excellent people who really know how to read fiction. You need to have good synthesis. That means putting together information you learned from something else, essentially connecting the dots. And you need to see the dots before you can connect them. And media literacy, well, that is a given, but like it's
It's shocking how many people want to write fictional settings and then they have no media literacy. That is not really gonna work, unfortunately. The good thing is media literacy can be trained. You don't need to have a university degree or anything like that. But I mean, it helps if you're not stupid. I mean, to be fair, you can say that about everything, pretty much. But yeah, media literacy is very important. I would even say that's a skill you should develop anyway. It also sharpens your critical thinking skills, definitely. Angel says your loved one is already dead. He lost his will to live. He's no longer with us in terms of mind. The body is still there now. If you think your love means anything, then save him. I don't think you can. Let me guess, Maria's a healer? Oh no, she gives her soul? Maria decides to give away her soul on her loved one's behalf. Before, she would write a love message before leaving him, and she would admit her love to him, and she would save him, but she's gone. Oh, someone goes instead. And the angel says yes. But that means she gets forgotten, no? So he ends up having like a love letter, and he's like, who's Maria? Oh, that would be super tragic. I mean, these really good written, well written, but very tragic. That would be super tragic. I'm thinking about it now, like, oh my god, I would, aww. If this would be a book, that's the part where I would go, no, Maria. Poor sweetheart. But that's a good thing, right? I mean, okay, you're no stranger when it comes to tragedy, Amit, and Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul are full of tragedy. I mean, again, that writer knows how to write tragedy. And realistic too. Didn't watch or read much media, it turned out to be okay, and by okay I mean okay in terms of garbage. Oh, come on, no. Well, that means you got... The better your media literacy and your synthesis, the smaller the amount of media you need to consume in order to understand how it works in general. So that's a... Still, I mean, it's an advantage, but still, I would still recommend... Saying still so many times. I would recommend watching and consuming media regardless if you have good or bad skills of synthesis. It just helps. I mean, it gives you a repertoire of things you can fall back on, you know? You give your brain a database you can use, and that's always a advantage. But of course, if you're like, I don't know, in music, that would be like someone with perfect pitch who can just play things by ear. And others need to learn the notes first, and they need to learn to harmonize first, and they need to learn to like the scale first, and then there's others who just skip that because they got talent. I mean, that happens too. Yep, our main character wakes up seeing this message. He would ask himself, who is this? And who am I? And who is this world? And what does the world wish from me? And what do I wish from this? Oh, okay. Oh, Maria. Oh. Well, tragedy also makes for excellent story writing. I mean, yeah, I'm using it too in my fictional world that I'm writing. Which also, if you become a member and you ask, that's where I'm gonna share one of these, like these details. You're gonna see stuff that pretty much almost no one has seen. And I hope that one day I'll be able to publish that. Okay, let's see. Is this a... No. Okay, I think this is gonna be the last reset, and then I'm gonna call it a night. But yeah, those again, it's really good. Very good, intriguing concepts, I have to say. You really, I mean, I would definitely try and go into this career. Don't forget about what people say, oh, AI can write... No, AI stories are crap. and they are very derivative. Human beings, we told stories around campfires for thousands of years. Let's just keep it that way. Maybe not without, like, we don't need the campfire maybe, but again, I'm not against AI per se, just how we are using it right now. And I don't think a stupid meme image warrants a consumption of electricity that high. I don't think that's adequate. Maria would act a kind-hearted soul who guided her best friends. She was a cleric who had the power to heal people's wounds. She was able to heal her loved one's heart before leaving. Oh, she pretty much fell into utter oblivion just to save him. Use it as a tool, as it was meant, not a replace. Yeah, tell that to the CEOs. Oh boy, what a crazy economy. And what a crazy timeline we're in. I don't know if you heard about some Epstein emails got leaked, and holy moly, I mean, what the hell? We are living in a comedy. Where's the hidden cameras? Come on, aliens, come out. This is like a really bad joke. This whole planet. This can't be. We are in a Truman Planet show, and aliens are just laughing at us. I mean, wouldn't be too crazy now. With all what has happened now, this is just, oh my god. Okay, I'll have to go now. Hope you all enjoyed the little rest of the stream. Well, thank you for being part of the stream. As usual, Human Name. Really appreciate it. Hope you had fun. And I also hope that you're gonna be in the next stream. And until then, I wish you a good night. Sleep tight and do not let the bedbugs bite. And if the bedbugs do show up, show them a really... I don't know, what are those math problems that still haven't been solved? Show them that, and then they're gonna scream and run away, probably. Maybe. Maybe not. Use math as a weapon. Here's a big plot twist. I wrote all of that when I said Beavis and Butthead short called upon me. Oh wow. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, oh, that can't be. I got inspirations for random stuff from even weirder things. It just happens, and then you write. Use that gift, Amit. A lot of writers wish they had that. A very big, essentially a big imagination. Okay, let's see what that is, and it is an oddish. Alright, so no shiny Absol, but we did get the shiny tree, what we came for. And yeah, it was really nice having a RNG stream again, finally. And I got a new member, so... yeah, a real success, I would say. And that is also where... what I said, the stream ends. I hope you had fun. I definitely had fun. And yeah, I'm seeing you in the next stream. So until then, have a good one, everyone.